So the Xbox E3 showcase has come and gone, and we've gotten a look at what an extra year of development can do for one of the biggest franchises in gaming. Because if you remember, last year at Xbox's Game Showcase, they revealed Halo Infinite to us to some pretty mixed reviews. Now, me personally, I loved what I saw. Obviously, technically it wasn't the best thing, but I mean, they were obviously playing on people's heartstrings. They were getting the nostalgia going. They wanted you to feel like, wow, this is going to be like a new generation's Halo CE, is how I felt for this game. And a year later, just after seeing what we saw this past weekend, those feelings are stronger than they've ever been for me personally. And the reason I'm making this video is to say that I think genuinely, wholeheartedly, that this is the most excited I've been for a Halo game. I've always said that this is the most excited I've been for a Halo game since Halo 3. I think I'm more excited than I was for Halo 3. Because this just means more to me. Like, Halo 3 was a moment in time, and this is, nostalgically, it's bringing me back to that moment in time. And that's amazing to me. That makes me feel something that other Halo launches didn't make me feel. I wasn't able to appreciate it. Like when Halo 3 launched, I wasn't appreciating that moment in time. It was just happening. It was just a thing that was happening, and I was really excited for it. Same with Halo 2, same with Halo 4, same with Halo Reach, Halo 5, all of them. But this, it's doing something to me that it's bringing me back. It's making me look at all those previous Halo launches and making me think about how I felt leading up to them. And I really think that I am genuinely more excited for the launch of Halo Infinite than I have been with any Halo. And that's what this video is going to be about. I mean, I just want to talk about Halo. I love talking about Halo, so that's what I'm going to do in this video. So with that being said, let's get right into it. So this is going to be a relatively quick video. I mean, I've watched the new Halo stuff that we've gotten over this past week at least 20 times over at this point, and I am just so excited for this game. I figured it'd be cool to make a video just to talk about it. And since the main focus for Halo this past week has been multiplayer, I figured I'd start there. Now, I'm going to do a very brief backstory. I didn't get Xbox Live until the summer leading up to Halo 3, so I missed out on a lot of Halo 2 multiplayer. Don't get me wrong, I mean, the only two things I did that summer were play basketball and play Halo 2 multiplayer. But I think it's fair to say that I was late to the party for Xbox Live. But I think I more than made up for it by playing an inhuman amount of Halo 3 multiplayer over the next 3 to 4 years. But I gotta be honest, with this last console generation, I wasn't too into multiplayer games. I mean, at least not as much as I was back in the 360 generation. And not just Halo multiplayer, but multiplayer in general just wasn't my jam the way it was back on Xbox 360. And I really think that that's going to change with Halo Infinite. Because just look at this game. This looks like the best Halo multiplayer we've seen since Halo 3. You've got equipment making a triumphant return to the gameplay. You've got an improved big team battle with more players than ever before. You've got new weapons, new vehicles. I mean, this game is looking top tier. And like I said in the beginning of the video, it's astonishing what a difference a year can make on how a game looks. And especially with how a game is presented. Because right now, the conversations within the Halo community surrounding Halo Infinite are overwhelmingly positive. And this is something we haven't seen in this community in a very long time. I mean, the community was constantly split on one thing or another with Halo Reach, Halo 4, and Halo 5. But right now, it seems like we're all collectively agreeing that this game looks awesome. And while we're talking about the multiplayer, I want to give a shout out to 343 for being the first developer to do a battle pass right. Like, they nailed it with the seasonal content on MCC, and they're looking to carry that right over to Halo Infinite. I love that when I buy a battle pass, it will never expire, and that's exactly why I don't buy battle passes in games nowadays, because I don't always have the time to complete them. And then if I don't complete them, then it's like a waste of $10 or $15. Whereas with Infinite, I can buy a battle pass and always have access to it and level it up on my own speed. And that's nice. It takes the stress out of playing the game because I'm not sweating over how much XP I'm getting each game and whether or not I'll be able to level up afterwards. I'm really hoping that other game developers and publishers see this model and start adopting it across the board because it really is pro-consumer and it's a great way to keep your players engaged. And let's talk about Spartan customization in this game real quick. I mean, it's kinda always been a staple of Halo. I think most people agree that the pinnacle of player customization up to this point has been Halo Reach, but 343 is looking to take that even further. Obviously, you've got customizations for your helmet, your visor, your shoulder pads, knee pads, chest armor, gloves, utility, weapon skins, and then you got your armor coatings. But now you can even give your Spartan prosthetics, which is absolutely badass. Not to mention, you can have your own personal AI that calls out objectives during multiplayer matches. And I'm really excited for that. And all of this customization opens up a lot of different opportunities for collaborations with other games. And imagine a Doom crossover with Halo. Like, for example, maybe you get a Doom guy armor coating or like a super shotgun weapon skin. And there's so many crossovers they can do with just licensed Xbox games. Think of Gears of War, Doom, Wolfenstein, Sea of Thieves, Hellblade, Outer Worlds, Skyrim, Fallout. I mean, the list goes on and on. They could have so many crossovers with this stuff. I mean, Xbox seems to be getting a bit cozy with Disney lately. Maybe we could see some Star Wars Halo crossover. Honestly, this is all just me dreaming at this point, but it really does open up a lot of opportunities in the future. And now that we've discussed Halo multiplayer, I think it's only fair that we give a bit of love to what we saw from the Halo campaign. Granted, we only got some cinematic from the campaign and no gameplay, but I will say that this game looks absolutely nuts. And it's worth noting that this game is being done all in one shot, sort of similar to how God of War 2018 was. There will be no cuts in the game. It's one continuous shot from gameplay to cutscene and back, which means that everything we saw there was a real-time cutscene, just like we used to see back in the Bungie days of Halo, meaning that those graphics are exactly what we can expect to see when we are playing in-game. But other than just looking good, the trailer gave us some more details of Infinite's story. Apparently, Cortana was supposed to have been deleted sometime between Halo 5 and Halo Infinite's story, and it turns out that she hasn't been, and it looks like we'll be spending at least some of this game looking for what happened to Cortana. But in Cortana's place, we've gotten this new AI that a lot of people are calling Cortana 2.0, and I gotta be honest, I'm kinda digging this new Cortana. She seems to be a literal carbon copy of the original Cortana before all the craziness of Halo 4 and Halo 5. Personally, I have total faith in 343 to deliver a great story because they've already done it with Halo 4 in my opinion. So if they can top Halo 4's story for me, then I think that there's a chance that this will be my favorite Halo campaign to date. But to wrap this video up, I just wanted to give props to all the folks at 343. I mean, I highly doubt any of them sees anything I do on this channel, but it means a lot to me that Halo seems to be back in the spotlight again, and it's because of all the hard work that they've put in over these past few years. Obviously, I cannot wait to get my hands on this game, but until then, I'm just going to enjoy the road to launch with the rest of the community, because right now we're all having fun. But let me hear what you folks have to say. How are you feeling after what we saw this past week? Leave a comment below and let me know. Leave a like if you liked the video, and please remember to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell because it really helps out the channel a ton. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.